Alright, update on Ape. So we are heading back up. Let's start off with the lower time frames. If we check out what's going on in the 4 hour, in the past 4 hourly candle we had a nice throwback into our 4 hourly EMA ribbons. And since then we've started to head up. If we look at what's going on in the past 8 hours, I don't want to say we've seen a crazy influx of volume, but we are seeing decent volume to support this uptrend. I would like to point out the last time we had 2 consecutive volume candles of this stature, we were just down here. We were getting ready for a big pump and continuation to follow through. So, you know, we don't need to see the craziest amount of volume in the start of a trend, but nonetheless, I would like to see more volume step in as we do come up to this $18.20 region. Now, if you are a OG on my channel, you have been watching all of my ApeCoin videos, you know that I've been talking about this $23. In fact, I titled my last ApeCoin video when we were down here, like $16, I was talking about a $23 ApeCoin. And it is for the simple reason that we are having an explosive rally. There's not much we can check out on the daily. The EMA ribbons, if you can see them down here, only our shorter term moving averages have loaded in, but you know, nonetheless, our short term moving averages are all the way down here. We are miles above them. We're looking very, very good. We are seeing a sea of green in the volume in the past week or so, and you know, our first daily squeeze bomb has come in, and obviously I think we knew this was going to happen, but you know, the bulls are obviously in control of the macro time frames. Coming into the 4 hourly time frame, you know, we are seeing this huge momentum shift that's been happening in the past couple of days on the squeeze bomb. We are having a pretty nice rally, and where we are right now is just above where we previously topped off on these lower wicks down here. So I think if we see more continuation coming in, ergo, you know, in the next 4 to 8 hours we see more continuation, I think this is easily going to carry ApeCoin up to $23 within the next week. Not even, you know, the week. I think we'll be here by the end of the normal week. Like for example, by Friday, I could definitely imagine the ApeCoin would be all the way up here at $23. Where is that from where we are now? So, you know, when we were talking about this, well, it's a 32% increase from where we are now. When we were talking about this increase, when we first started really talking about $23, you know, we were all the way up down here talking about a 53% impulse. We were actually just here before the most recent correction. We are already up, you know, 16% or so since this video. So once again, this analysis is very simple because, you know, we're above all of our Fibonacci's now. There's literally no micro fibs, macro fibs that we need to worry about. We're above the 786, we're above everything we need to be above. Even if we drew this from low to high, we would have literally taken it out already. So this is your last line in the sand, $18.16, or, you know, if you drag it up, you know, 18.20, let's get an approximate value. So from the wick up here, yeah, 18.21 to be specific. So let's just say 18.20. I want to see continuation coming for ApeCoin in the next couple of days. A big push above 18.20, in my opinion, would send ApeCoin soaring up almost, you know, another 30%, well, this is, you know, 26%, but another 26% increase from the neckline and about 30% from where we are now. That is really all I've got for ApeCoin. As you can see, you know, there's not an awful lot going on in the charts. We've taken out every single Fibonacci. There is not a single sign of bearishness on this chart. So, you know, once again, very quick, very simple video. Don't want to take up too much of your time. $8.20, keep your eyes on it. Once we're above it, once we put in a 4 hourly close above it, in my opinion, $23 is on the table. Now, just quickly before we wrap up the video, I do have higher price targets for Ape, and I do think Ape will go to much higher price targets this year. However, you know, I've talked about this, but I do plan on taking some profit when we do come up to the 1.618, and it's not that I don't think Ape can go higher, it's I feel like I've been conditioned. Like all of the charts, almost every single crypto that I've been covering in the past 3 or 4 months that has gone on an explosive rally, we've done this exact thing. We come down, we have this accumulation range. Once we break above the all-time high, we always go straight up, like literally in a straight line. I would not be surprised if ApeCoin broke above $18.20. Like, remember what I'm saying, like if you're watching this video and ApeCoin has taken out $18.20, in my opinion, we're going to be up at $23 within the next day or two max. in my opinion. But I've seen this happen with a lot of charts. I don't want to go into a bunch of different charts for the sake of this video, but nonetheless, I see this happen all the time. You've got an all-time high, you come down, huge rally, way too quick, way too fast, up to the 1.618, and then we always have a throwback to the previous all-time high before we do continue to the upside again. So I plan on taking some profit once we come up to $23. I do plan on also holding some APE for the long term, but once again, you know, if you're not new to my channel, if you do watch my channel, you know that I cover like 30 different altcoins, so I'm in and out of a lot of trades. I like to take profit when I see a good opportunity. From when we were talking about this down here, and this wasn't even when we got in, you know, this would be a 52% rally, so I'd be very happy to take some profit at $23. If you are a more macro hodler of APE, like, you know, myself with some of my bags, I don't plan on hodling all of my APE, then you might be interested to know the next Fibonacci extension levels, and this is where we'll wrap up the video. So if we do have a strong push above the 1.618, and in my opinion, like I said, I think we'd be coming up to the 1.618 retest and then heading over to these later levels a little bit later on, maybe in a couple of months, maybe in a couple of weeks or so. But nonetheless, $30 would be your 2.618 Fibonacci extension. Then we have the 3.618 at $38, and the most macro target that I can pull on here is all the way up here at $43. So $43, in my opinion, that would be a great take profit if you're planning on holding APE later on into the year. Like I said, I'm really a swing trader. I swing trade into a lot of cryptos. In my opinion, I think ApeCoin is going to go up to the 1.618. As we've already had a fairly decent move on the squeeze bomb, I think this would entail a move like this, where we come up to $23, we top out in the short term, and we reset the bullish momentum, potentially come down to the previous all-time high at $18, maybe have a little shakeout, fake out, come down to 17 or something, maybe the 786 down here. Nonetheless, you know, these are all hypotheticals. In my opinion, this is what ApeCoin is going to do. Something like this. Come up to the 1.618, retest the previous all-time high, and then head off to the races. This would allow the squeeze bomb to become fully oversold, or overbought rather, and then it would allow the momentum to reset, and then the bulls would have another huge leg to the upside once we came back to the previous all-time high. That is all I see for APE. As always, you know, I don't get tired of saying this, the trend is your friend until the end. These 4 hourly EMA ribbons are an absolute godsend. When we were in our first uptrend, we were able to get out of ApeCoin at these levels, knowing that the 4 hourly EMA flipped back bearish, and we hopped back in once it flipped bullish in this region around here. So, you know, while these 4 hourly EMA ribbons are holding us as support right now, we know what to look for if we have a break below. Say for example, a complete hypothetical, we completely take out the floor and we flip the EMAs as bearish, we'll probably know that we're about to enter a short-term trade, a short-term downpour. I don't think that's going to happen though. We are having super strong support on these 4 hourly EMAs. As always, the trend is your friend until the end, and ApeCoin is in a very strong uptrend. That's all I see. As always, if you like the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friend. As always, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market. And yeah, cowboy out. Peace.